All right, let's get right into it. We've all been hearing the term AI boom thrown around constantly, right? Well, NVIDIA just dropped its latest financial results, and they put some truly staggering numbers to that boom. So today, we're going to pop the hood and see what's really going on inside one of the most important companies in the world right now. So what does it actually look like when a company is sitting at the absolute epicenter of a tech revolution? Let's cut through all the hype for a second and just look at the raw data. In fact, let's start with one single mind-bending number. There you go, $57 billion. And get this, that is not their revenue for a whole year. It's not their company valuation. That is the amount of money NVIDIA pulled in over just 3 months. To put that into perspective, that's more than the annual GDP of quite a few countries. It's just wild. So the real question is, how on earth did they get here? You see, this wasn't just a good quarter. This was historic. We're talking about growth on a scale that is almost unheard of, especially for a company that was already this big. Let's just start with this number, 62%. That's how much their revenue grew compared to the exact same period last year. For a company that was already massive, accelerating this fast is like watching a freight train suddenly strap on rocket boosters. It just doesn't happen. And this chart really just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at that jump. Last year, their third quarter revenue was an already super impressive $35 billion. This year, $57 billion. That isn't just growth, that is a colossal leap into a completely different stratosphere. So the natural question is, where is all this money coming from? What's the engine that's driving this incredible machine? To understand that, we have to look inside the numbers. And the answer, overwhelmingly, comes down to one part of their business, the data center. This is the segment that's building the very foundation of the AI revolution we're all living through. Now, what's so fascinating about this slide is just how totally dominant one segment is. Out of that $57 billion in total revenue, more than $51 billion came from their data center business alone. It's not just the biggest piece of the pie, it is the pie. This is the demand for AI compute made visible. NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, he calls them AI factories. And that's a perfect analogy, really. Think of these as massive industrial plants, but instead of refining crude oil, they're refining raw data into valuable intelligence. And the machines doing all that work are tens of thousands of NVIDIA GPUs. They're just uniquely good at doing millions of complex calculations all at the same time. It's called parallel processing. And that's exactly why these chips are the engine of this revolution. And who's building these factories? Well, it's pretty much a who's who of the entire tech world. Every major cloud company, every major AI lab, they're all in. But it's not just about selling them the hardware. The real secret sauce, the thing that locks everyone in, is NVIDIA's CUDA software platform. Developers have been using it for over a decade, creating this powerful ecosystem that makes it incredibly difficult for anyone else to even try to compete. But you know, the data center isn't the whole story. While it's definitely the main event, NVIDIA's other businesses show just how broad their technological influences become. It really proves they are firing on all cylinders. First up, their original business, gaming. It brought in a cool $4.3 billion, which is a 30% jump from last year. This is mostly driven by their brand new Blackwell GPUs, their most powerful consumer chips ever. It's a great reminder that this same AI tech is also powering ridiculously realistic graphics in the games we play. Then you have professional visualization. This is for things like Hollywood special effects and complex architectural design. That segment is up a massive 56%, hitting $760 million. A key driver here is a new product they call the DGX Spark, which is pretty much a powerful AI supercomputer that can fit right on your desk. And finally, their automotive division is also showing some really strong, steady growth. Revenue was up 32% to nearly $600 million. And that's because car manufacturers are increasingly adopting NVIDIA's drive platforms to power their next-generation self-driving systems. So after a quarter this massive, what comes next? You have to wonder, is this the peak? Or is this somehow just the beginning of a whole new chapter? CEO Jensen Huang puts it perfectly here. He talks about a virtuous cycle where better AI models drive demand for more computing power, which in turn enables even better AI models. His view is crystal clear. AI is going everywhere, doing everything all at once. The momentum is just building on itself. And the company is backing that vision up with its forecast. They are not predicting a slowdown. For the next quarter, they're projecting revenue will climb even higher to around $65 billion. So yeah, the AI factory construction boom is far from over. Which brings us to a fascinating final thought. NVIDIA is, without a doubt, laying down the foundational pipes and wiring for the next era of computing. They are building the infrastructure of an AI-powered world. And the question this leaves us with is, what will we as a society build on top of it? And what happens when the building phase is over and the intelligence era truly begins?